Good morning everybody. Today I'm going to give a quick introduction about logistic regression. So logistic regression is a kind of predictive analysis model which is used for classification tasks. Unlike linear regression where we were trying to predict a variable which could take a continuous valued function, in logistic regression the variable that we are trying to predict can only take discrete values. If we are doing binary classification, then our variable can take value of either 0 and 1, 0 being the negative class and 1 being the positive class. If we are doing multi-class classification, then our variable can be either 0, 1, 2 or 3. It is up to you. Some classification examples where we can use logistic regression are to predict whether an email is spam or not spam, to predict whether a student would pass or fail his exam. Okay, so how do we go about this logistic regression and classification task? We cannot use linear regression directly for classification because we want a function which would give us a value between 0 and 1. So what we do for that is we use a logistic function. So in this case now I'm going to explain what a sigmoidal function is. So basically sigmoidal function is defined as 1 over 1 plus e to the power of minus x, and graphically it looks like this. So this is my x and this is my sigmoidal of x. Then at x is equal to 0, my sigmoidal takes the value of 0.5, and as x goes to infinity, my sigmoidal asymptotes towards 1. As x tends to minus infinity, my sigmoidal asymptotes towards 0. Okay, so basically what sigmoidal does, it limits our function between 0 and 1. Let us look at what this means. Let us look at the interpretation of the sigmoidal function. So in linear regression, what our hypothesis function was, it was multiplying our features with the parameters. In logistic regression, what we are doing is we are feeding this output into a sigmoidal function. So the sigmoidal function would always give us an output between 0 and 1. But what does this mean? So the meaning of this sigmoidal function is basically the hypothesis gives us the probability that the variable, that your output variable is 1 given x and theta. So our hypothesis is nothing but the probability of the output being 1 given a certain x and a certain theta. I'll explain this in more detail with an example. Let us say we are trying to predict whether a movie would be liked by an audience or not. 1 being the movie is liked and 0 being the movie is not liked. Let's say my features are the rating for the movie, the duration of the movie, and 1 is my bias feature. And theta are the parameters, theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. So as I explained, my hypothesis would be the sigmoidal of theta transpose into x. Let's say my hypothesis gives me a value between 0 and 1, which is 0.7. This means that there is a 70% probability that my movie is liked by the audience. But we still need to go from this 0.7 value to a label of 0 and 1. For that purpose, we use a threshold. So in this example, I'm using the threshold of 0.5. So if my hypothesis exceeds the threshold, I say that my movie is liked by the audience, or that my label is 1. If my hypothesis falls below the threshold, I say that the movie is not liked, hence giving the label of 0. In this case, the hypothesis gives a 70% chance, which is a very high chance, and hence I label my movie as 1, saying that yes, the movie is liked. So this was a very quick introduction to logistic regression. Thank you.